Chef Joe Randall's popularity among the culinary experts is ever increasing, as evidenced by his recent appearances on 2 cable television shows. One, the Food Network, and the other, the Home and Garden Network. Here, let's take a look.
What is the plan?
Chef Joe Randall is back in the kitchen for a 3rd episode of All in Good Taste, a program featured on the Home and Garden Network.
I've been very fortunate that Miss Peggy Robeson, the producer here with Pine Ridge Productions, has asked me on 2 occasions previously to do shows for her. The first show was built around Savannah called Savannah Sensations. And Elizabeth Terry, the owner of Elizabeth Terry's restaurant, and myself were both contributors to that show. I did a Savannah pickled shrimp and wilted spinach with a citrus vinaigrette salad and a baked lobster Savannah. So 2 unique dishes that were themed around the food and culture of Savannah with its cultural enrichment. The second show was done primarily around rice. Rice is nice. And again, with Africans playing a very intricate part of the growing of rice in South Carolina, we talked about things like jollof, which come from West Africa. We talked about purlus from South Carolina. And of course, you know, Savannah red rice.
The Home and Garden Network wanted to do yet another show with Chef Joe Randall, this time to spotlight the African-American influence on contemporary cuisine. Chef Joe's expertise on this subject is well documented in his book, A Taste of Heritage, The New African-American Cuisine. One of the contributors to his book is Chef Leah Chase, who also was invited to participate in the Home and Garden television episode.
We are pleased to have Miss Leah Chase here today. She's flown in from New Orleans to bring some of that mystical New Orleans flavor infusion into this show. She's a dear friend and a wonderful cook, and we wanted to show the difference of Creole cooking versus the rest of the South. Africans have been an integral part of food service in America for well over 200-300 years, and they haven't always been recognized to its fullest. And here's an opportunity for us to put a little light on the subject.
Just it's a chicken stock, so we'll just do that.
Learned a lot from Joe, met a lot of good people, and that's what life is all about. You learn as you go. See, I'm not the fortunate. Look at my age and you'll see. I have no culinary training, no formal training at all. And today you have to have some formal training. So Joe was able to help me, to really teach me a lot of things. And I learned a lot from a lot of the young chefs he introduced me to. I'm grateful. I have to be grateful.
I've worked with Chef Randall in the past. He does a great job on camera. He's hardworking and wonderful, has a lot of good information about food. In this particular episode, we have Chef Randall and Chef Chase share with us some things that people might not have known that were brought over by the Africans and brought into the African-American cuisine. Things like sesame seeds and peanuts, which they were called ground nuts in Africa, and black-eyed peas, and a lot of things that we enjoy in our everyday foods that have been brought over. Rice, grits have been used and brought to our attention by the African Americans. Chef Randall will also share with us a recipe of his that's a grilled shrimp on top of black-eyed pea cakes with a red pepper vinaigrette drizzle. And then Chef Chase is going to tell us about Creole and the influence that has on our food, and we're going to show how to make Creole and then do some Creole seasoning packets that you can give as a gift. Right. It's wonderful to be able to work with people around the country that have so many talents that they're willing to share with the viewers. It's great to have the support from the college to be able to have him available and made available to us.
In addition to Chef Randall's 3 appearances on the Home and Garden television show, he also was featured in Food Nation, which ran on the Food Network last week. The theme of the show was Taste of Savannah, and we shared the spotlight with other culinary experts from our area.